Muppets. A lot of people didn't realize how much they liked Michael Jackson's music until he died. And I didn't really realize how much I enjoyed the Muppets as a kid until I saw ads for this movie, and I just got more and more excited. This movie is awesome. It is so good. It is so much fun. It's really, really well made. It's adorable. It's got a great script. All of the characters, the Muppets, are so endearing. They're so charming, and every single scene with them is great. And there's this new Muppet, the main character basically, Walter, who some people haven't been too crazy about. By some people I mean like a tiny fraction, because this movie is just getting amazing reviews. I really liked him. Jason Segel wrote this movie. People are going to forget that, but he's also the star of the movie as well, along with Amy Adams and a bunch of other cameos, and Chris Cooper's in there too. Jason Segel, I gotta give him a lot of credit, because this is a fantastic script. It's really funny, and for a guy who's written stuff like Forgetting Sarah Marshall, he did a great job with the script. And I just kept thinking about the Dracula musical and Forgetting Sarah Marshall. If I find the Van Helsing, I will slay him! Everything the Muppets got right, Where the Wild Things Are got wrong. And don't mess with me on this, okay? Because I could not wait to see Where the Wild Things Are, alright? And here's the thing, here's the big thing I think with Toy Story 3, with Where the Wild Things Are, with the Muppets. They're going for that nostalgia crowd. People like me who grew up on these movies and are going to be super excited to see them, or grew up on the books in the case of Where the Wild Things Are, and are going to be excited to see them when they come out in theaters. What Where the Wild Things Are did was it basically did everything but punch you in the stomach and say, you're going to cry. You're going to cry, and because you cry, it means you're going to love this movie because you care about these characters. It just forced everything on you to try to make you cry. It was manipulative. And I hate that movie when it just tries to make you cry. It's never natural. And it was obvious it wasn't natural in that movie. This movie did an amazing job of making every emotional scene really organic. Nothing seemed forced, and I just give mad props to the script for that, because they could have easily done what they did with something like Alvin and the Chipmunks, where they have a brand, they have something that's already established, and they just mess it up. You know, they had the Chipmunks rapping, or something like that. You know, this movie feeds on the nostalgia. It takes the elements that made the Muppet Show great, and puts them in modern day without changing anything. It's not CG, it's not in 3D, it's just a classic Muppet movie, and it's so good. This is one of my favorite movies of the year. 10 minutes before the movie is coming to an end, it reaches its, like, emotional high. Like, tries to have another really emotional moment. It's good, but it just doesn't quite live up to the other emotional parts of the movie. It didn't quite stick the landing. It wasn't a bad ending. It was a really good ending. It just wasn't on par with the rest of the film. And that's a minor complaint. A lot of times, people my age, you know, the teenage crowd, are against going to see kids' movies. And what Toy Story 3 did was that people who usually are like, man, I don't want to go see that. That's a kid's movie, man. I'm going to go roll doobies and have intercourse. They were all like, no, it's Toy Story 3, I'm going to go see it. And I really hope it happens with this, because I want the word to get around how amazing this movie is, how fun it is, how funny it is. It's such a great, heartfelt movie that is an example of nostalgic filmmaking, and how good nostalgic filmmaking can be when made by people who really care. And it's obvious Jason Segel, Amy Adams, every actor and actress, all the writers, the directors of this movie, they really cared about this product, and they made a fantastic movie. I give The Muppets a 9.5 out of 10. Like, this movie just got to me. Like, there were some parts that really, really got to me, because it's all about, a lot of the themes of this movie are finding what you're good at, finding your dreams. I have, you know, really high aspirations for what I want to do with my life, and I've been going through pretty crazy times lately, and this movie just really spoke to me a lot. And I know how crazy that is for a Muppet movie to speak to me, but sometimes movies that don't try too hard try the hardest, and I know how weird that sounds, but this movie didn't try to hit you over the head with a message. It was subtle, but it had just as good of an impact. The Muppets is so good. Please go see it. 9.5 out of 10. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. See you later.